conference member schools work to make sportsmanship at our educationally based events a priority. We expect our fans to cooperate in displaying good sportsmanship towards the participants, coaches, event workers, and game officials. Please do your part to make the ECC athletic events a safe and wholesome event for all in attendance. Please remember that good sportsmanship begins in the stands. Spectators are encouraged to support both teams and are expected to refrain from booing their opponents and officials' decisions or resorting to any other derogatory remarks intended to taunt or harass. Thank you for your positive attitudes tonight and good luck to both teams.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise, remove your caps for the play of the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Ripon Tiger Sports on the Ripon Channel. I'm Casey Hansen, along with Marty Ernzer, our cameraman Dave Jones. Welcome you to the Tiger Den for a matchup against Waupun Warriors and the Ripon Tigers. Starting lineups tonight for Waupun, number 2, Naomi Alsma, a 5'5 sophomore. Number 3, Abigail Alsma, a 5'9 sophomore. Number 5, J.C. Davis, a 5'7 senior. Number 11, Gabriella Metemoris, a 6-foot sophomore. And rounding it out for the Warriors, number 24, Peyton McGinnis, a 5'9 senior. Now over on the other side of the bench for the Ripon Tigers, starting off, number 4, L. Lewis. Number 5, Selena Lopez. Number 13, Mackenzie Nodoff. Number 23, Kirsten Sauerbry. And number 24, Lucy Bettine. Tigers come in tonight on a not so winning record this season, Marty.
Yeah, they're in search of their first conference win. They're 0-5 in that area. And what better time and place to do it than to one of the top dogs in the conference, the ladies from Waupun. Waupun comes in with a record 10-2 overall, 5-1 in conference. And in fact, their only blemish was at Kettle Moraine Lutheran, a team that shares a 5-1 conference with them at the top spot. December 17th, KML beat Waupun 61-50.
Yeah, so not very good for the Lady Tigers so far this season. Hopefully tonight they'll have a little bit of a more pep in their step as we get ready to start here. And Ripon will start out with the ball. Sauerbry has it. Lopez now. Nordoff in the corner.
Waupun is playing a man.
Sauerbry looking to go somewhere with it. She has been the hot hand for the Tigers. And Bettine trying to get that inside to Lewis and just can't do it.
Turned it over. Ripon's going to come out with some backcourt pressure. Oh. Ripon thought it was Waupun's ball as well.
Oh.
So they'll maintain possession.
Sauerbry with it. Nodoff tries to force it inside. Lewis with it with a little jump shot. Can't get that to fall.
Yeah, you can't make that entry pass that got tipped away and then was reeled in by Lewis. You can't make it from that angle. When you're trying to feed the lane line up from the block, you have to do it at a 45-degree angle on the wing.
Yep.
There's no angle on top.
Well, Selena Gomez will draw the first foul of the game as she hammered number 24, Peyton McGinnis.
Just underway.
Yeah. McGinnis drives. And get another quick foul. And that's going to be on Lewis. That's her first, team second. So not a very good start for the Tigers. 2 quick fouls. So Waupun inbounds it.
Ripon
Alma
stays
with
in
a
there,
little
man.
shot, and she gets that one to fall.
A long 2.
Nodoff brings it up for the Tigers.
Good no call.
Sauerbrei for 3, hard, high off the glass.
Well,
and she'll start it there.
I guess when it's going good for you in your last 2 games, we'll take the high bank on the 3.
Yeah, that was, I almost thought that was going to go over the backside.
Well, I think she did too. There's Ripon with a quick lead now, 3-2.
McGinnis with it. She's going to drive.
That's
she
a
gets
pretty
the little floater.
That's a pretty drive, going right to her left and then finishing, like you said, with the floater, little half hook.
Sauerbrei for 3 again. Count it.
She maintains her hot hand, and hot hand, I guess, doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Sizzling, maybe.
Well, we'll see if she keeps it up throughout the game here. McGinnis brings it across. Yep. There's Alma, can't do it. McGinnis gets come down with it. And then they're going to get Bettine with a little foul. I do believe. No, they're going to get Gomez.
So anyway,
Lopez, sorry.
So Sauerbrei, anyway, a week ago Tuesday, tied the school record on threes. And she did that, hitting 8 of them, tying Taylor Wirtz against Berlin. Unfortunately, they came up short on the win. And then just 2 nights later, a week ago yesterday, Thursday evening, then she just took it up another level. She hit 10 threes. But to me, what's more important than that is she was 10 of 14 on threes. She shot over 70%. Wow. My goodness. And unfortunately, they came up short to Kettle Moraine Lutheran in that game as well. But still, nonetheless, impressive numbers.
Either free throw to fall in. Checking at the buzzer for Ripon is number 3, Cassidy Motter. Lewis with it on top. Bettine with it in the corner.
Ripon swinging the ball. They got to keep doing that to beat that defense.
And they try to feed that in. McGinnis got a hand on that.
Yeah, once again, it's a high-low game, but they're not open on that, and they're throwing it away. I appreciate the effort and the idea, but it's not there. That's a walk. But didn't matter because she turned it over with the pass. Stop and go dribble, nice take, but
no, it's short.
Hit the side of the backboard.
McGinnis pushes it up quick.
Alsma. Does Waupun love to shoot that?
Only for 2 though, her foot was on the line.
Well, does Waupun love to shoot it and hit her right in the hands on that? And she was square to the basket. Beautiful shot.
There's Lewis, hard off the back of the iron. Sauerbrei comes down with that one and can't get that to fall.
So, Ripon with the hands. They're playing defense with their hands, and that's why they have all these fouls already in a very short period of time. In a little over 5 minutes.
Yeah, Nodolf will pick up that one. It's all tied up, 6-6. Little floater by.
Grab those loose balls. You don't recover a loose ball with the dribble. There's another one of those high-low passes.
Sauerbrei, or Bettine.
That was blocked.
Yeah. Alsma looks to drive. McGinnis.
Good defense.
Yeah, Lewis did a nice job of shutting that down.
Took away the baseline.
Alsma puts it
that.
up.
Left hand.
Can't get that to fall, and Bettine comes down with that one.
Yeah, the skill sets are pretty obvious here with the Waupun players.
Gonna get
Finally a
reach,
foul
yeah.
on the Warriors.
And that should be on number 5, and then it is J.C. Davis.
So if I'm over on the Ripon bench right now, I'm going to be talking to players when they come off the court saying, hey, what kind of game are the refs calling? They're calling reaches, and we've been called for 4 of them real quick.
Checking in for the Warriors, number 1, McKenna Cunningham.
That's nice there. That's a nice little play. Forget about the inbounder. She passed it in, L. Lewis, and then she got it right back on a little cute bounce pass, got fouled. She's going to shoot 2. We're all knotted up at 6 apiece here.
So Lewis goes to the line for her first one. And she gets that one to fall.
This is Ripon's second lead. They were down 2-0 to start, went up 3-2 thanks to a Sauerbrei 3 ball. And now they've regained the lead 7-6.
So checking in for Waupun, number 10, Celia Tooney.
And if that name sounds familiar,
it should.
Older bro plays for the Ripon College Redhawks. He's a sophomore.
And checking in for Ripon, number 10, Bella Miller. McGinnis with it.
Pretty
Alsma,
fundamental
yeah.
Basketball by Waupun. Beautiful pass.
And Sauerbrei just couldn't handle it.
What a great look, though. What a great look.
And McGinnis tries to get that from Sauerbrei, and
that was a beautiful bounce pass underneath the defense, and it was just, unfortunately, couldn't reel it in.
Yeah.
Get the shot.
So Nodolf to inbound it. Puts it up top to Bettine. Motter with it. She gets it tipped away. As there is a scrum on the floor for the ball. Sauerbrei comes up with it. She's going to push it way up to Nodolf. Nodolf going to stop and draw the foul.
Boy.
And that should be on McGinnis.
Boy, talk about taking one for the team if you're Ripping on that loose ball in the backcourt.
Yeah.
My goodness. The Waupun player landed right on top of her head. And I guess there's no foul when it's a loose ball, evidently.
Yeah, there's a lot of scrumming for that going down here on the far end of the court. And Nodolf gets the first one to fall down.
So far, Ripon's pretty much able to match the energy with the visitors. Missed them both.
Yeah. And Waupun comes down with that one.
I can see why Ripon's in a man. If they went to a zone, this looks like a very good shooting team.
Yep.
Great ball reversal.
Alsma can't get that to fall.
Ripon out hustled on the rebound. That was theirs.
Alsma for 3. Nodolf comes down with that one.
Ripon more than happy to push it at Waupun's pace.
Motter, she's way under the hoop on that one. I'm gonna say
She got
Waupun's
bodied.
ball.
She got bodied on the shot, but since the player had their arms straight up to the ceiling, they let that go.
12:33 left in the first half here. Ripon leads 8-6.
So what Waupun does on their half-court offense, you're going to see dribble penetration like this, and then if they don't take it, if they draw the defense, get a double, sometimes a triple, then they kick it out to the open shooter. They don't hesitate. Pretty fundamental, but they're strong with the ball, as you just saw there.
So Bella Miller called with the foul on that one. As Cunningham gets that one to fall. Makes it 9-8. Waupun leads. Motter with it. Inside to Nodolf. Nodolf steps on the line.
Well, she tripped on the feet of the defender. Everything was good, and she just, because of that, got disrupted off the ball. So a lot of errors, turnovers on Ripon here early on. When you're the underdog, you can't be turning the ball over.
And the save, McGinnis traveled.
And McGinnis got away with one earlier on the far side, and about a minute ago, and it came back to haunt her. Referee must have thought so, maybe paid a little more closer attention.
So checking in for Ripon, number 32, Avery Downs.
I like what Coach Noldorf has going with these Ripon girls, putting pressure on Waupun with his own offense.
Miller can't get that one to fall. And there's going to be a foul.
Ripon's not quite, they're not meeting the aggressiveness in terms of rebounding and boxing out in particular that I see. If they could figure out how to do a better job of that and try to keep Waupun to one-shot opportunities, one and done, if you will,
Sure.
that's going to help their cause a lot better. They stay in their man-to-man here.
Yeah. So that last foul called on number 24, Lucy Bettine.
Lane's open.
And McGinnis gets
That's
that one to
beautiful
drop.
basketball. When she has that kind of a space to operate down Main Street with the ball, you saw what a person
Mater
can do.
tries to work it inside, and
You
Bettine
see-
just couldn't handle that
No,
one.
well, there's no reason to. I mean, a hitter in both hands. You got to convert that.
And there's a wild pass by McGinnis as Cunningham could not bring that one down. So 11:17 on the clock. Waupun leads 11-8. Sauerbrei to inbound it for the Tigers. She will bring it across. Miller tries to drive, puts it out to Sauerbrei, who puts up a quick three. Can't get that to fall.
It's an opportunity to go flying into the visitors' bench. Take out a couple of the reserves.
Well, you saw Abigail Alsma kind of, putting her body between the bench and Cassidy Mater.
11 minutes remaining in the first half. Waupun up 11-8.
McGinnis puts it
That's
in.
just too easy. They're just dribbling down the lane, and there's nobody there in white to say, hello, I'm going to get in your grill. Look out. Trapped against the sideline on a double team. Sauerbrei turned it over. But she hustled back on defense, created a turnover on the Waupun player. Smart play. Once again, the Ripon girls, they're 2-8 overall, 0-5 in conference. They way to meet the ball.
So checking in for the Warriors as Bettine can't get that to fall. Miller comes down with that.
Offensive rebound.
Mater for three, off the front of the rim.
Oh, it ever so lightly grazed it, didn't it?
Yeah. So number 23, Delaney Stencil, checks in for the Warriors.
Two open players.
As she just gets an open wide shot at a three. Stencil.
One pass on the ball reversal to the weak side, and there was two players open on the wing and on top.
And yeah, Coach Brooks is going to want a quick timeout there as Waupun had some pressure.
Coach Noldorf.
Or, sorry. Coach Brooks is the high school, the boys coach. Yeah, Coach Noldorf, sorry.
So anyway, they got them doubled up just like that. That's what the three ball will do. You hit a couple of those, and a game that was just tied moments ago, just a few minutes ago, now they're down, the host team, the Tigers, 16-8. And they're getting some shots, but I don't know, they're kind of like, they're rushing the shots, if you will. That you'll see Ripon, they're trying to shoot in a hurry and get the ball off. And down at the other end, dribble penetration by Waupun draws the double and sometimes triple team of the Tiger defense, and then they kick it out to one or two, if you will, open Waupun players for open shots, and they're knocking them down. That's a double dribble.
I'd like to thank everybody tonight listening on the Ripon channel. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. And drop a line in the chat too. Let us know where you're listening from. We'll throw some shout outs tonight. So, back underway here. Cunningham brings it up. McGinnis with it. Alsma for three. Count it.
Just raining threes for Waupun. Sauerbrei hit her first one. She was open. Ever since then, everything she's trying, she's got somebody in her face.
Lopez tries to put that up, and
really?
Yeah, I thought that only hit the. I thought it only hit the silver.
The official, well, he's trying to sell it to the coach, but you and I saw it. It didn't hit anything other than glass.
No.
Towards the top of the backboard.
Yep. So
That's all.
Waupun's ball. 9:20 on the clock. 19-18. Waupun leads.
19-8.
19-8, sorry.
I wish it was 19-18. Look at that drive.
And
Split the defenders. The blow by with the left hand on a fake crossover to the right, and that was it. It was over.
We got to give it to McGinnis. She has had nobody standing between her when she drives that lane. They're going to say Miller traveled.
And then the unforced turnovers also. So Ripon's not real strong with the basketball. Lopez is. I've seen her from last year, I remember.
Yep.
I thought she was pretty strong with it. But a lot of the other players are lacking. When I say strong with the ball, I mean you can handle the dribble and with defenders around you and not panic and not turn it over.
Alsma with it. Matarmos.
Yeah, the Ripon players sold out on that entry pass. They went for a steal or a tip, and they missed everything. And then all she did have to do was turn around and shoot
then there's
uncontested.
McGinnis trying to take it away from Nodoff again. As Sauerbry is triple teamed. Nowhere to go.
It's
And Lopez, tries to force that inside to Nodoff, but
way too many turnovers. We're 8 minutes left in the first half. This game is in Ripon. Waupun ladies atop the conference with their 5-1 record, tied with Kettle Moraine Lutheran also at 5-1. It had been 3 teams, Casey.
Yeah, it was.
Plymouth had been 4-1 along with the other 2, but Tuesday night, Plymouth got beat, well, by who else? Kettle Moraine Lutheran by 7.
Yeah, that was a really good game from what I read. There's McGinnis. Oh, and she gets that hard off the glass, and they're going to say Miller touched it last.
She did. I don't know why she's looking at the ref. I didn't see anybody. It's got to be frustrating right now.
Yeah.
If you're Ripon, and I mean you're well into your season, but you got to stop throwing the ball around this. You have to value your possessions more.
Exactly. Checking in for Ripon number 30, Izzy Badkey.
They do have 2 wins, Ripon, but they're both non-conference. And in fact, both of those teams they beat, which was Lamira.
McGinnis can't get that to fall down, and Ripon comes down with that.
Lamira and Watoma, those 2 teams only have 1 win apiece on the season. Boy, they closed that lane off.
Yeah, they did quick.
You see how quick they close out on Sauerbry. She's got to get the ball up quickly, and she's not able to set her feet.
Oh, and a nice line.
That's
They're
a
going to
walk.
call, the travel on.
Good call by the
Stelzel.
official.
Yep.
This is a veteran crew. I doubt seriously these guys
Are going to miss anything.
As mature as
Yeah.
they look,
Yes.
that they just started officiating WIA games a couple of years ago.
Yeah. No, we've seen these officials before, and they do a very good job, this crew does.
They've been together, I think, since 1965.
Yeah. Sauerbry with it now.
They are calling a good game. Boy, they're just pesky.
Sauerbry puts it up for 2.
So overplaying Sauerbry made him pay a much-needed basket.
Yeah. 23-10. 6:30 left on the clock. McGinnis inside.
Oh.
The hard off the glass.
Lost track of the Waupun player. Teammate on top found her on the baseline, and she overlaid the layup. And then the teammate fouled from behind.
That foul on number 11, Gabriela Matamoros. It's her 2nd. Team's 4th.
Good job by Sina.
Yeah.
Alexis Sina. Nope, got tipped.
Short.
I think what happened there, Elle Lewis didn't know whether that was tipped or not.
Yeah, and she wasn't sure.
You could tell she was kind of thinking, well,
do I touch it, do I not?
Yeah, someone needed, that's where communication with your teammate, Sauerbry would know better than anybody.
Yeah.
She should have been screaming.
Yep.
It's that kind of thing. It's those little things that aren't so little.
Yeah, exactly. Celia Tooney checks back in for the Warriors.
It's all right. When I look at that last name, I don't want to say Tooney.
Yeah.
I want to say Thooney.
Yeah, exactly. You quick take a glance, and they're going to Call a foul away from the ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was.
Yep.
A moving screen, I think it appeared to be 23-10. We're below 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Marty Ernster and Casey Hansen bringing you the game here on the Ripon channel.
McKenna Cunningham draws her first foul.
Chris Jones joined the crew this season during the football season and is behind the
camera guy.
Behind the camera tonight.
Oh, and there's just a wild pass there.
His brother Dave Jones was supposed to work tonight, but he couldn't make it. And Ripon will inbound here after no score. I thought that was funny.
It was pretty funny. It was my mistake. Our camera guy last year's name was Dave, and so here we go. Ripon to inbound it. Nodoff to bring it across.
Let's see if they get a good possession here. Get a good look.
Well, they need to get some movement
there's
going.
no shot clock here. You don't have to rush anything.
Nodoff. Lewis comes down with that, and high off the glass, and she'll get those points.
Very pretty. Nodoff split on the step through, but was out of control in the shot, but Elle Lewis, great putback. Ripon on a little run of their own, I think, 4-0. Ouch. No sooner do I say that.
And
another open three, knocked it down. Starting to understand why the Warriors have the record that they do.
Yeah.
Waupun. Hey, elsewhere along the conference tonight, Kewaskum is playing Berlin, Kettle Moraine Lutheran against Campbellsport, and Winneconne is playing Plymouth. All in girls action.
Yeah, some good games tonight.
What are we? Are we East Central Conference?
We are East Central.
Yeah, the teams keep changing every
so
many years. Another three.
Short.
Elle Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis comes down with that.
Strong with the ball. Get the hand off. Well, you can't let defenders leaning on her shoulder like that.
Well, Allie Bradley came in, and those are her first points of the game. Gonna get yourself in the book. That's how you do it, right? Call a foul away.
Well, he's got to talk to his teammate, the other official on the other side, because that should have been a three-point play for Ripon down here.
Yeah.
The defender leaning all over the shoulder of the penetration dribble by the Ripon player who scored. That was Bradley, you said.
Yeah, that got fouled, and made the basket. Yep.
Allie. Got a couple alleys on this ball club.
So Lopez draws her third foul. She'll have a seat.
We got
a little bit.
Allie Bumby's the other one, and then you have Allie Infree.
Yep.
Yeah. Delivers on that one.
So Alsma makes that first one.
So Waupun is at 10-2 with a 5-1 conference record. Their only loss was to Kettle Moraine Lutheran way back in December last year.
Yeah.
Kettle Moraine Lutheran is 5-1. They lost at Kewaskum January 4th. Ripon trying to do some damage on that baseline.
Yeah, Miller just can't get that one to drop. And
yeah, she kind of too deep along the baseline.
Yep.
You're too even with the backboard.
Well, we've seen that a lot this season. McGinnis stopped short. She thought about it.
Good defense there. That's a walk.
Alsma's, yeah.
Great defense.
Second time she's been called on that tonight.
Noldoff got up in her face, took away the three, and then when she put the ball to the floor, great anticipation of staying square in front of the dribbler, creating the turnover. Good job by the Ripon athlete. Nice give and go to the wing.
Nodoff gonna.
That's basketball right there. Ball was on the top, hit the wing, hit Cutter, goes down the lane line to the ball side. Hit her with a nice quick pass. And the whole key to that was not just the accuracy, but how quick they moved the ball, not letting the defense rotate.
A foul on number 20, Bryn Yadinka.
Memory serves me, Noldoff was a good free throw shooter a year ago as well.
She was.
So anyway, then Plymouth is at 3-2. Their only two losses are, well, I guess it ain't too bad if you have to lose to Kettle Moraine Lutheran and Waupun. And then Kewaskum is 4-2. And once again, they're just cannibalizing each other.
Yeah.
The four top teams.
McGinnis drives, can't get that one to fall.
Good rebound.
Nodoff pushes
Great
it
outlet.
apart. Yeah, Sauerbrei. Miller with it. Hard off the far side of
It's
the
nice
iron.
basketball.
And there's Badkey with coming down with it.
Good hustle by Badkey.
Yeah.
They just, the shooting is just a little.
Alsma puts it up short on the three.
What are they going to call? Yeah, see, he had to guess.
Yeah.
He looked up for help, and Coach Noldorf is looking like the ref on top made no call.
Well,
so
exactly.
so his partner on the baseline is saying that ball was touched, and he's looking 35 feet up on top.
Yeah, exactly.
And that cost Ripon 2 points. But I like to see Ripon turn up their defense a little better.
Yeah. Well, they're taking shots, but like you said before, they're rushing them, and they're just not getting great looks.
They're out of control.
So Nodoff going to draw another foul.
And that kind of comes back to my comment earlier about being strong with the ball. That's where it starts. Not just your point guard. You can't have Nodoff as the only person that's really strong with the ball. You really need that, and Waupun is the best example of that. Pretty much everybody, it seems, they have the ability to create their own shot off the dribble.
J.C. Davis checks in for the Warriors, as well as number 22, Alexis Liam.
Once again, good job from the charity stripe by Nodoff.
Lucy Bettine checking back in for the Tigers.
I like what Coach Nodoff is doing. I mean, you know, you're not having, in terms of wins and losses, it's not the kind of season any team wants to have. But everything, the body language and what he's saying, from what I can tell, everything looks really good over there.
Tooney with it on top. Over to Liam.
Ow.
Alsma. Can't get that one to fall.
That was got to fight through the screens a little better. I mean, she didn't make the shot, but I was watching, it was just a little staggered one-on-one screen, and no hedging on Ripon's part. Look at that tough defense.
Yeah.
Turned him.
Sauerbrei with the ball now. Miller trying to drive in.
Yep. Good decision. Kick it back out, not to force it. Good things will happen when you reverse the ball. But you got to do it quickly. You can't let the defense reset.
Yeah, Badkey looking in.
Make the defense work. That's all right. But
Sauerbrei loses the dribble there.
yeah, she's a catch and shoot player.
Yep.
She's a two guard.
Badkey. Now Miller with it. Miller's going to try and drive. She can't get that to fall as Waupun comes down with that.
That wasn't a bad possession by Ripon.
No,
Just
I think they
couldn't
worked
come
the
away
ball
with
very
points.
well.
Just didn't come away with points. Quick three.
There's
Good box
Alsma,
out.
yeah, couldn't get that one. A little hard off the glass.
Good box out by Sauerbrei that time. There haven't been enough of those one and dones by Ripon.
Sauerbrei for three. Hard off the side of the iron.
Yeah, it wasn't straight. 30-17. We're approaching 1 minute remaining in the first half.
And
Nice.
then Miller with a nice jump on that route there to knock it down.
That's exactly right. Good outlet here. from
Sauerbrei
Noldorf.
puts it up.
Get in.
Oh, can't get that to fall, but she draws the foul.
Noldorf does a great job. She's gassed. She's looking to the bench. Somebody, for God's sakes, please.
Yeah.
But great job. Her head's always up. A good point guard. Looking to distribute the ball in the transition. Always looking to make that outlet pass. And she's done it about 4 or 5 times tonight. And she's hitting her targets.
Cassidy Motter checks back in for the Tigers.
Noldorf just a junior. She'll be back. In the sophomore
Sauerbrei
class.
gets the second one to fall down.
Ripon has to hope that this sophomore class that they have is going to grow up quick and give them some depth.
Well, watching a lot of the JV games, you know, there is a lot of depth down there, but they all just need to work together. There's another Waupun turnover. Badkey drives up. She can't get that to fall, and there Bettine gets the rebound and can't get that to fall, but does draw the foul.
Bettine, just a sophomore. I was glad to see that. She's got the spider body, if you look at the long, lanky legs and arms, which is suited very well for a round ball. Beautiful stroke there.
Team gets the first one to fall.
So what she has to do is just get more minutes at the varsity level. Nice soft touch. And get more confident, get more physical.
Long, hard three
So
off
we've
the
seen-
glass.
we've seen-
Alexis Liam.
Banked threes by both ball clubs tonight as we count down to 12 seconds. And wasn't there. Don't let them score here.
5 on the clock. They're going to put it up quick, and it's going to be an air ball at the buzzer. And that's where the first half will end as the Waupun Warriors lead the Ripon Tigers 33-20. We'll be back with the second half in about 8 minutes. Welcome back to the Tiger Den, where the Ripon Tigers are taking on the Waupun Warriors, and Waupun is winning 33-20. Some first half real quick stats. Leading off the Waupun Warriors is Peyton McGinnis with 13 points, followed by Abigail Alsma with 9. Then Zenlani Stelsel, Alexis Lehman, and McKenna Cunningham all with 3, and Gabriella Matamoras with 2. For the Tigers, Kirsten Sauerbrei leads them off with 10. Ellie Lewis with 4. Mackenzie Nodoff with 2, and Allie Bradley with 2 as well. So, Marty, what do you think the Tigers have to do to change their momentum here in the second half?
Starts on defense. You can't let Waupun have their way driving the ball down the lane. Triple D, dribble, drive, and dish, and that's what they're doing. And then they're hitting open teammates that have all day to set the table for their shot. So it starts on defense, and that takes effort, a lot of effort.
Well, we'll see what changes Coach Nodoff has made here in the second half as Ripon starts out with the ball.
Waupun does a great job of pressuring the ball. That's a nice.
They're going to get Nodoff with a little foot shuffle.
It's just the fundamentals. That's too bad because, boy, they're thinking right.
Yeah,
the Ripon
they were
girls
working that play very nicely.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, they get the half-court offense the coaches taught them.
Waupun with the ball.
Good movement here by Waupun on reversal.
McGinnis with it. Over to Alsma.
Going to get the push.
Yep.
So,
and that's going to...
2 uneventful offensive possessions with a foul. Offensive fouls called on both respective ball clubs to start the second half. Ripon trailing by 13 to start the second half, 33-20. Their second opportunity to cut into that deficit.
Matamoras given that foul. As she knocks the ball away there.
Watch out for that drum set.
Yeah, I saw that.
Don't you think it's a little close to the baseline?
Lewis inbounds it. Patine puts it up, and she gets the first points of the second half here.
Shoots over the top of the defender, to say the least. Get that down to 11. Get a stop here and a score. Next thing you know, you got the deficit down to single digits from the elbow.
Alsma.
That
for
is.
three.
Now, Lopez has to understand something. That is an old trick play what the shooter did. She looked off like she was looking to pass, and then the defensive player for Ripon relaxed their body, and then she came right back and shot it. That's just a cat and mouse game. You got to read the body. There's a frustration foul by Lopez.
That should be her fourth.
Well, and remember how this game started. Ripon had 4 or 5 fouls. All reaches before you could even barely sit down and start watching the game.
So, yes, that foul given to Lopez. That is her fourth. And Cassidy Motter checks in as Lopez will have to have a seat for a bit.
Ripon slow reacting to that tipped ball.
McGinnis for three. Count it.
Wow. Did she shoot the pill from downtown, McGinnis? And the transition by Waupun is impressive. Look at that. Nodolf, but doesn't have numbers. Let's see what she does. Kicks it out to the shooter.
Sauerbrei can't get that one to fall. Bettine comes down with it, puts it back up. Can't get that to fall either.
Good hustle by Nodolf. I like the energy Nodolf plays with. That's the way everybody, when you're on the court, they all got to bring it. Don't cheat yourself. Ball screen on Lewis. She had a three if she wanted it, didn't take it. I think he's... Yeah,
okay.
He didn't give the sign for 3 seconds.
Yeah, he didn't. That's why I was a little confused looking there what he was trying to call. We haven't seen too many of those called this season.
No, usually if it's called, you've gone well beyond 3.
Yeah, you've been camping. Yeah,
you're probably closer to 5 is my guess.
Already got them s'mores made.
There you go. I got that.
Yeah. So Sauerbrei with it, works it over to Nodolf.
Good post up.
Yeah, but
now,
just couldn't hand that.
Well, here's the problem.
Well, Davis was right there.
Well, the entry pass, Bettine has to give what they call a target hand, which would have been up the line to her right hand because the defender was on her lower hip.
Sauerbrei works it inside to Bettine and can't get that to fall.
And it's all these fundamental things.
Davis comes down with that one. McGinnis brings it up.
Oh, stop and go.
And she can't get that to fall. Miller comes down with it.
I tell you, I love the body language of Ripon. I like their hustle, their transition, their up and down. It's just that they're lacking in the skill set.
Yeah.
Miller
drives it, puts it up.
Now, the reason
gets
why
her own rebound.
Boy, that's beautiful. Now, the reason why she didn't get a call on the initial shot, and I felt there was some contact, because I don't think she was under control, and the refs aren't going to bail you out on that. But then she gets her own rebound, Casey. And that with that effort and was touched, then she gets the whistle.
Yeah, she did a great job. We've been watching her all season, and for a freshman, just watching her from the first game she came out on the court to where she is now, the confidence of her ability on the court has just increased. And the next 3 years of watching her play, I look forward to seeing her get much and much better and becoming an all-conference player.
Wow,
she's got height.
Write that down.
Write that down because she's got height, and watch her bang the inside of the boards. She's not having a very good night tonight inside there, but we've seen her, and she does a great job. Lots of minutes played.
Think you're putting a little pressure on a freshman there?
Yeah.
All conference.
Hey, you got 4 years to do it, right?
3.
Well, 3. You got the
3.5.
3.5. 3.5. So,
and it starts tonight.
I do see. I've seen her. I walk around town and I see her outside at her house shooting buckets all the time and getting up there playing against her dad and her brothers and whatnot. And I see the ability there.
I'll guarantee you, all these players shot in the driveway.
Oh, I bet they did too.
In fact, you better go to a lot of camps.
Yeah.
You better learn how to be fundamentally strong with the ball.
Yeah, exactly. So
you never have to encourage players growing up that have passion for the game of basketball to shoot. They're always going to shoot.
Yeah.
What you have to do is to do the hard work, the boring work, the ball handling, the passing, the skill set to develop that part of your game, to get your offhand as strong as your dominant hand when it comes to ball handling.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And that's where Ripon lacks. You see a lot of the Waupun players, they dribble both hands, like McGinnis especially. You'll see her, she comes up, she's dominant right side, but that she will blow by you with a left-handed dribble.
And and that's why you're 5-1. I mean, there's no surprises to the good teams as to why.
So back underway here. McGinnis with it on the far side. McGinnis for three. Count it. She is hot tonight.
You want her to put the ball on the floor. So to do that, you close out, take away the three, and make her dribble by you. The worst case is she makes two instead of three.
That Miller a little too far underneath the basket for that one.
And look at that coming.
Yep.
That's a foul.
Yeah. Yep. That's going to be on Cassidy Motter.
You got to take it for the team. If you want to get that charge, you got to be head up.
So Alsma goes to the line.
Ripon averages going into the game tonight about 43 points a game. And they're giving up about 58 a game. And therein lies in the numbers on the scoreboard. That's the issue right there.
And Alsma gets the last one to drop. 44-23. 13 and a half left in the ball game here.
Beautiful give and go.
Patine gets that one to drop.
That was actually it wasn't a give and go. It was a ball screen, and then she slid right down Main Street. Good find. That's a basketball play. Way to close the lane off.
Yeah. McGinnis can't get that to fall. As Ripon comes down with that one. Sauerbry. Miller on top. He's going to drive.
Nice move, up and under.
Alsma for two. Hard off the rim. She gets her own rebound. McGinnis with it. Wide open out there for three. She can't get that to fall off the front side of the rim. Badkey came down with that. Sauerbry into Patine. Patine off the glass. Can't get that to fall. Own rebound.
Good effort.
Yeah, it was a...
Now that was a good entry pass because she was an Oreo cookie in the middle. She was fronted as well as played from behind on the block. Nice pass. And then for Patine to get her own rebound.
And there's Tooney with the basket. Her first points of the night.
Wears the same number as her brother did at Waupun High School, 10.
Motter for two. Off the front of the rim. And they're going to
call the hip check. 46-25. We're below 12 minutes left in the contest. Going to get Nodolf back into the game for the Tigers. She plays hard. Plays harder than anybody on the team.
Sauerbry will be credited with that foul.
And when you got your point guard, if I have to have one position where I want that to be the case, it's the point guard. And that's on both ends, by the way, defensively as offensively. Good ball movement again by Waupun, making Ripon defense work. Wow. That's a stat that's going to really stick out tonight.
Yeah.
These open, it's one thing to shoot threes, but they're all open threes. I don't think Waupun has forced 1 3 tonight. Right through her hands. How they going to call a foul on Waupun?
That
Boy, if that's a foul, why was that scrum in the first
yeah,
half?
Yeah, where was he at?
The girl,
for sure.
The girl that needs to wear the helmet from now on is wondering why wasn't it called?
Yeah. Little rugby challenge out there, huh?
You know, double-digit years ago, Waupun girls sports was strictly volleyball.
Yeah.
Their basketball program was non-existent, and then it's almost reversed itself. Step through there by Ripon. One thing I would pass on, loose balls, you never dribble to recover a loose ball. You grab it with both hands.
Yeah.
And I've seen it numerous times tonight. Ripon trying to recover 50-50 balls with the dribble.
Miller with the ball.
And that's why the program is so important.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a zig and a zag. That was Sauerbrei. Shot her teammate, set a screen for another teammate, and that's who she was lobbing to. But there was miscommunication. Games coming up for Ripon, it's not going to get any easier.
No, it doesn't.
You know, they got a week from tonight, so they're going to have some time off to work on some stuff, which is good, always good.
Yep.
The 24th, a week from tonight, they're going to be at Kewaskum. Well,
that'll be a rough one.
Kewaskum is 4-2 in conference, and they are 9-3 on the year, just the inverse of what Ripon is right now. No, that's the boys team, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then they go, and then Tuesday, they're going to go the 28th, they're at Plymouth, and then they finish up their 3-game road trip as we see another 3 dropped in by who else?
Stelsel.
Well, it wasn't McGinnis.
No, it wasn't.
And
McGinnis has had a seat for a minute.
And then they go to Campbellsport, who has a winning record right now overall.
And that's just some messy ball handling and rebounding. So Lopez is going to check back in for the Tigers. She's going to have to watch herself. She has 4 fouls. We got 9:25 to play.
So 3 straight road games, and then they're not going to be home till February 3rd, and that's going to be non-conference with Marquezan. Marquezan, uncharacteristically, always a strong girls program, is 3-8 on the year.
Waupun moving the ball around.
So Ripon's not going to win this game tonight, and in fact, we're going to see the insertion on the next dead ball of 5 players for Waupun. Give them that a lot of minutes, and I suspect they've had that opportunity quite a bit this season, given their record.
Yeah.
To get a lot of the other players quality floor time, which only makes the program stronger. 52-25. Below 9 minutes remaining still. Lob to the post player to L. Lewis. She's short on that iron. Lopez on the closeout. They're just running the offense here, looking for a seam or an opportunity to score. Very patient. Remember, these are 5 players that just came into the game.
Yeah. Well, they had a nice little rest, at least a good 2 minutes worth of rest period.
But I like, if I'm the coach, I love what they're doing until that turnover, how they're running the offense.
Yep.
Nice bounce pass by Lopez. Get in.
They're going to count it, and that they do.
Coach Noldoff doing a great job of staying positive, and you have to. Misses that one. Sauerbrei up
Yeah.
the line, almost with his steal.
Tiptoeing that line, trying to save that.
Good read, good effort. Now, you want to talk about underclassmen. Waupun started 3 sophomores
That
tonight.
they did.
Great find along the baseline. Great cut moving without the ball. Making yourself available. And there's the steal. Hesitation, stop and go dribble, but good defense by Noldorf. She didn't fall for it. Jesse. Haven't talked about it. Waupun is a really good, they're well coached. They
That
does
they
a
are.
really good job, great job of screening. You watch their screens. Ripon players have been bouncing off.
Sauerbrei tries to knock that away.
Now this is the kind of defense I'd like to have seen
In the first half?
In the first half,
Yeah.
the start of the game. And not by one player, by both your guards on the forecourt. Dribble jump stop. She had the 3, she didn't want it.
No.
Look at this movement. 1 and done. Approaching 6 minutes remaining.
Well, Waupun was able to burn almost 40 seconds off the clock there. Miller's going to draw a foul.
Coach talked to his 5 players. He's going to reinsert them here shortly for Waupun. Must have watched a Grinnell game the other day.
Yeah, line changes, they're used to that over there in Waupun.
Speaking of which, Grinnell will come to town on Saturday, February 1st. I'll be working that game with your dad. Meantime, they play tomorrow at home. Ripon, Illinois College, who they just played a couple weeks ago, comes in. Quick outlet by Waupun. Waupun player let the defenders fly by her. Missed the shot nonetheless as the ball goes into the locker room. So Saturday weekend games by the college, home games that we carry with Stretch Internet as well as Ripon Cable Television are 1 o'clock men and 3 o'clock women typically are the starting times. Jason Mansmith and myself will be working tomorrow on that game, those games. Nice cut.
Sauerbrei does a nice job of tipping that away.
Yeah, good read. Knowing where your person is and where the ball is at the same time. Could have had a whistle there.
Yeah.
Thought tied up. I think that's Miller you were talking about earlier, the freshman.
But she's all over the place.
Had her tied up, I thought, had more than ball.
Yeah.
But 5 minutes remaining.
Waupun leads 54-29.
Ripon averages, like I said earlier, 43 as we see another 3. There must be at least 10 threes by Waupun tonight.
Oh, I'd say more than that.
Well, I said at least.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not keeping track of it.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'm not writing it down. So
they're just putting up so much. So Miller with the ball on top, trying to work it inside to Lewis.
Good save.
Nodoff going to try and put it up and draw the foul. Should be on Tooney.
She's gotten to the line a lot, and the reason why, because she's putting pressure on the defense when she goes up to shoot, forcing the contact. So she's gotten to the line quite a bit for Ripon, but basically nobody else has. Saw Elle Lewis here in the second half get to the line. Can't believe Elle Lewis is a senior. Another guy, Chris Bumby, an assistant over there. His daughter's on the team, coaching with Coach Noldolf. He was a very nice player in his own right. went to Green Lake High School. Ended up playing his college ball at Carroll, and they, I believe, when they were a member of the Midwest Conference, they won the conference. I think Chris Bumpy's senior year. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
And then Mitch Bettine, the dad here of the
Number 24.
young Bettine here, the father, his son plays on the boys team, and I'm sure that's the daughter playing out here. He played at Carroll and was successful there with that program.
So Waupun to inbound the ball. 57-30, 4:04 on the clock. Waupun leads. Say before the shot.
Ripon High School boys, congratulations. A much-needed win, let alone a conference win last night.
Yeah.
It came up big, 107-73. I think Brooks, the freshman coach's kid, was the leading scorer on that game, if I got my information before the game tonight correct. The point is, they won at Winneconne and got a win. Their next game is going to be Thursday, January 23rd, versus this very same school, Waupun. And they're also having a pretty decent year, the Waupun boys. So Ripon will have their hands full. I believe that's here in Ripon
That it
on
is.
the 23rd.
On the 23rd, yep.
Tiger boys, with that win last night, takes them to 4-9 overall. I do not have what their conference record is. I know that they beat Campbellsport here because I was one half of the team that carried that game.
So 60-30. Waupun leads.
Nice move.
Sina just couldn't get that one to go in.
Yeah, that's where you want to give one. Great, it was a great move, but then just hesitate, get the defender off her feet, and then get to the free throw line. Nice move, though. I really liked it. Aggressive move.
Yeah. Waupun puts it up. And can't be saved.
Three minutes remaining. Ripon's now doubled up, 60-30, trailing. Lopez baseline move. Nice pass. In and out. Couldn't finish the deal. It's kind of been the story tonight in the game where Ripon has not been able to get the ball to fall. A large part of that is due to the defense by Waupun.
Well, Waupun has had, like you said, defense, phenomenal defense right from the get-go.
They, your job on defense in the game of basketball is not to let the other team get a rhythm, get comfortable. And Waupun never let the Ripon offense get comfortable tonight. And they did that by just playing in-your-face defense, like Lopez is now. But you need that kind of defense in the beginning. Those early fouls by Ripon tonight kind of set the pace for the game. They were all reaching fouls. They weren't taking their feet with them. They were reaching, and the officials are going to call that. So Coach Nodolf meets his players there, little fist bump, and inserts, clears the bench.
So we're approaching the 2-minute mark here. As Ripon gets another rebound. Minute and 45 to go, 60-30.
See if she can finish this.
Yeah, Kim Turner just can't get it to fall. And there's Sina.
Good job by the Ripon player to follow up. That's where hustle pays off by Ripon.
So less than a minute to play, 62-32. Turner for three.
Why not?
Yeah. Wild shot. Ripon brings it up. Can't get that to fall, 30 seconds.
So once again, the Ripon girls will be in action Friday, a week from tonight at Kewaskum.
Yep.
Then following Tuesday the 28th at Plymouth, and then it doesn't get any easier at Campbellsport. So 3 straight conference games on the road, and then they'll come home on the 3rd of February to play non-conference against the Hornets of Marquezan, and then the 6th, Thursday, Berlin comes to town. Berlin having a pretty decent overall record. They're 8-3 on the year. They're 3-4, Casey, Berlin in conference, but I was looking who they lost to. Let's see. Kettle Moraine Lutheran, Plymouth. Oh, yeah, and Waupun.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You hate to say it, but you got to give Berlin credit. They're having a decent season.
Oh, yeah. You got your top 4 teams, 3-4 teams for sure, with Waupun, Kettle Moraine Lutheran, Kewaskum, in Plymouth, your top 4, and then Berlin's in there kind of gnawing at that bottom 4th spot. And then you have the lower bracket with the rounding out the rest of the conference.
Yep.
So good luck to the girls a week from tonight on the road at Kewaskum Indians.
So 5 seconds left on the clock here. Our next high school broadcast, like Marty said, will be on the 23rd, and that will be the high school boys basketball against Waupun.
And that's here in the Tiger Den.
in the Tiger Den for
Thursday.
sure.
Yep. Meantime, Ripon College men and women will play tomorrow, and that is at 1. The men, 3 o'clock. The women, the undefeated conference, 7-0, 11-3 on the year women. Coach Buzalaki's squad looking to three-peat for conference championship, and they're off to a great start.
So that's where the night will end as the Waupun Warriors defeat the Ripon Tigers 62-33. I'm Casey Hansen along with Marty Ernzer, our executive producer and cameraman Chris Jones. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the Ripon channel for the Ripon Sports. Have a good night.